Good afternoon. Welcome to day 370 at the EMA office, where we're joined with Brian Whitaker and Chairman Mark Kern. Brian, you have the numbers today for our followers.
Yes, sir. In St. Clair County, they've tested 302,843. That's an increase of 1,112 since yesterday. Positive test results are 28,912, which is an increase of 40 since yesterday. Those are males and females under the age of 10 up to their 80s. Our daily county positivity is 3.6%. For negative test results, we're at 273,931. Unfortunately, we are announcing one new additional COVID-related death today, bringing the countywide death total related to COVID-19 up to 463. That was a male in his 60s with unknown health conditions, and our sympathies go out to his family. For those that have completed the IDPH required 10-day isolation period, we're at 27,969. For state totals, they've tested 19,389,098. Positive test results of 1,216,090, which is an increase since yesterday of 2,325. For deaths, the state has reported a total of 21,022 deaths related to COVID-19, and 34 of those since yesterday. For hospitalization numbers, those in St. Clair County hospitals admitted due to COVID-related illness, we have 36 patients, and 5 of them are on ventilators. Regionally, there are 59 patients admitted due to COVID-related illness, and 7 of them are on ventilators. There are no changes in our congregate living facilities, which is always good information. As we talked about yesterday, testing is still so vitally important. Some changes that were announced by Illinois Department of Public Health for the state testing sites. The testing site at St. Clair Square is now only open Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. And there's also still testing occurring at various pharmacies and medical care facilities throughout St. Clair County. So now I'll turn it over to the chairman for his update.
Thanks, Brian. So the governor made announcements today. We talked to him yesterday.
Yes, sir.
What's the long and short of all that?
So the next milestone is what they're calling the bridge, and it's filling that gap between phase 4 and phase 5. And the way we get to that area is when the entire state, so now rather than doing the regions, it's focused on the entire state. Once we achieve 70% of our population 65 and older have had at least one of the vaccines, we can then move into the bridge phase, which will last at least 28 days. And then that's when they'll be vaccinating those 16 and above. And then to move back into full phase 5 with no restrictions, we have to have 50% of our population 16 and above to have received at least one COVID vaccine. So today, the senior population statewide was at 58%. So we're about 12% away from that next level, which will add expanded capacity at businesses and continue that reopening process. Another big announcement that was part of that was effective April 12th, there will be no restrictions on who can receive the COVID vaccine.
So given the way the rates are going, a couple weeks, and we should be through the bridge, and then if everything continues to go as it's going, at least in St. Clair County with the percentages that we're getting, maybe another month. If these numbers don't start to slide in the other direction, if positivity rates don't crank up, it could be that within a month and a half or so that we will be back to no restrictions.
Correct. Yeah,
Except for wearing a mask.
Yeah, very possible. He did say the masks will continue until the CDC recommends that they're no longer necessary. But, Illinois is pretty far ahead of some of the other states in this. 58% of our population 65 and older is already vaccinated. 28% of those 16 and older already vaccinated. So we're moving through those age groups, and we're seeing about a 1% change every day. Illinois, as a state, is vaccinating over 100,000 a day, and we only expect that number to rise.
That's great. Good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, let's take a look at the zip code report. In 62201, we're up 2 today to 571. 62203, up 1 to 615. 62204, up 1 to 391. 62208, up 1 to 1624. 62220, up 1 to 2070. 62223, up 1 to 1748. 62225, up 1 to 140. 62226, up 4 to 3,192. 3,192. 62239, up 1 to 467. 62240, up 3 to 162. 62243, up 3 to 772. 62254, up 1 to 796. 62255, up 1 to 78. 62257, up 1 to 341. 62258, up 1 to 1,045. 62260, up 1 to 798. 62264, up 1 to 358. 62269, up 3 to 3,251. 62282, up 1 to 66. And 62285, up 1 to 565. 40 new positives today, 1,112 people tested, brings that daily county positivity down to 3.6%. which then in turn brings the rolling average down today to 4.6%. The regional positivity, though, goes up a tick to 3.4% today. Bond County, part of the region, calls in at 1.3%. Clinton, 3.2%. Madison is at 6%. Monroe, 3.2%. Randolph is at 1.1%. St. Clair is at 2.7%. And Washington County calls in at 0%. So Herb, the governor's been active the past couple days. It seems that the more people we get vaccinated, the sooner the restrictions will leave. And I think you found out today also that the capacity limits in places, you will no longer have to count people that have been fully vaccinated. So if the capacity limits will no longer will apply to those who have been fully vaccinated. So that even allows restaurants, other establishments to be able to bring more people in if people have been fully vaccinated. It's truly beneficial to the community if you are getting vaccinated, because it allows us to open up and even get greater capacities.
Well, and as we've been saying, the pieces are all coming together just as we've been hoping for the last 370 days. And I was encouraged today to hear Dr. Ezike and the governor talk about how this was being rolled out, and the operative word was there still science is dictating this. And I think and he's been focused on that since day one, and we have said that we are going to let science dictate how this is playing out. You can't argue with the stats. We had another death today, which is always a terrible thing, 463 here in our county, 21,000 and some over the entire state. We have reduced that. I mean, there was days that we were seeing double digits there throughout the state and that. But, with this rollout of his bridge plan, I think, is only going to get us where we need to. That light at the tunnel is getting brighter with this because, as you said, the more people we can get, we're doing another 2,500 citizens today at the Mass site, another 2,500 scheduled tomorrow. Doing a tremendous job down there.
Every day you're doing that. I see, we see reports that other states are taking big, large stadiums, and the capacity for a mass vaccination site at that stadium will be 2,000. We're doing 2,500. You're doing, and the health department's doing 2,500 every day at the fairgrounds, and that number continues to grow. So I think you're really showing the world how to get vaccinations done.
Well, and as we said, and I was glad to hear today, more vaccine coming. So as I told a news reporter earlier this afternoon, if it keeps coming, our staff and the National Guard who, we can't do it. I was glad to hear him say there was going to be more National Guard troops available to help with this mission because we couldn't do it without them. And the medical staff, as I said also earlier today, some of our medical staff been here now for a month living in hotel rooms. And so they want to get it done as quickly as possible so they can get back home to their families. And Team St. Clair, we can't brag on you enough to follow these briefings now for 370 days because helping spread the word, getting over those speed bumps and the rocky roads for the last 370 days has been tough on all of us. As we say all the time, every one of our lives have been turned upside down. But guess what? There is that light, and sooner or later, that light's going to be bright as it's ever been, and we're going to get back to normal. And I can't wait for that day.
I'm ready. And a special shout out to Mike Suarez and the Highway Department.
Man.
With all the rain that we're getting, it just leads to more and more potholes and everything else, and they continue to make those roads as smooth as possible at the fairgrounds with all of the traffic. You think about all the cars that have been in and out of there. It's quite a job to keep that smooth.
Well, and when you think about Team St. Clair, everybody that's had a part in it, and it all started back, our 911 telecommunicators, our first responders, our law enforcement people, the EMS, people at the courthouse, PBC, the work that they help do.
Everyone at the hospital, the doctors. And
so when you talk about Team St. Clair, it's a big team, and it's a sad that a pandemic had to pull everything together like that. But I'm telling you, I want Team St. Clair on my side if we ever have another one.
with you.
Okay, we'll be back tomorrow for day 371. Be back with Cindy in a few moments to translate this into our Spanish communities. And everybody have a good evening.
I was born and raised in East St. Louis, St. Clair County, City of Champions. We band together like family on picket where the Mayor Brown Center in Lincoln Park was my playground. Just as we were together then, we must all band together now and work to combat COVID-19. As an Olympian, I understand the importance of teamwork and overcoming hardship. So I plead with you to do what I'm doing to fight this virus. Wash your hands, wear your mask, watch your social distance. It takes teamwork, and if we stick together, we will victoriously cross the finish line.